2K deserves life in prison. The rise and fall from the 2K community is one of the most disappointing things we've seen in the gaming community. We went from classics to straight garbage. 2K was everybody's go-to, now it's just forgotten. This franchise had a great start off, which was in the early 2000s, but peaked in the 2010s. The 2010s is when the 2K community and the gameplay was at its finest. The creators used to actually care and put their soul and effort into the game. They were well detailed and had dedication. This era of 2K would be the best in every category. It was realistic, it was smooth, it had the best animations, literally everything you could possibly think of. Even the creations, they used to go deep, they weren't lazy. We had so much more things to choose from, but now they're just lazy and limit us, despite the hairstyles. But outside of that, there's really nothing else. The PS3, Xbox 360 era of 2K was by far the best one. 2K14 is when the graphics start to kick it up a notch. Here's the comparison right here. We went from this to this. This is when they would start to step up. 2K15 would become an even better game, and just everything in general about the game would get better, like the animations, the customization, the badges, the crossovers. As each year would go on by time and time, 2K16 is when it would hit its peak. 2K16 was arguably, which is not really argument in my opinion, is the best 2K of all time. This is when everyone had 2K. Everybody played 2K16. I mean, everyone went nuts over this 2K. 2K was already big, but this game, man, it did irreversible damage to 2K.
Going to be an easy night for you.
Step back, almost at half court, gets it!
I don't want to play another overtime. We're going to KCP again, cutting.
For the win.
Let's go! Let's go! That's the best way to get our first one of the season. KCP with the off-balance kind of...
The game right here. Look at this.
Guys, he's one of these
man. Shot by LeBron James and it's good!
Clips like this used to all be recorded and sent into rankings into a top 10 on best 2K plays on a certain channel. And that certain channel is no other than Shakedown. Shakedown is also one of the biggest 2K YouTubers. He would rank best 2K clips. Most of these clips are from like 2K16 and 17 when they were at its prime.
That'll be the game, folks.
And he would average millions of views. He was on top of the world at the time. But since 2K has fallen off, all his views are dropped and he hasn't hit the same. But back to 2K16, this 2K would break the gaming community while being played by YouTubers like Flight Reacts, Chris Move especially, Solo Minati, Agent, Pretty Boy Fredo, Cash Nasty. Those are the pioneers of the 2K community, but there's so much more you could even watch. 2K16 even had the best soundtracks. They had multiple great songs that you could even choose from or listen to. I mean, this soundtrack had straight bangers, featuring people like Snoop Dogg, Mustard, DJ Khaled, even just a bunch of classics. One of the most memorable things about 2K16 was also its intro. Don't you remember opening the game and seeing an intro like this? I mean, just look at this, man. 2K used to actually give a damn. Look at these visuals, just the trailer, like you could feel the aura from this trailer, man. Too bad 2K doesn't do stuff like this anymore. But just in general, the old 2K trailers used to have so much aura and potential when you're about to play the game. But now it's just way too generic. This trailer soon turns into a My Career showing different teams. Like, that was a really good way of opening it. Like, it would bring us excitement and like joy, you know. Overall, it just brought a spark and it made the game look 10 times cooler. I mean, that trailer was just tough. But moving on to the next 2K was 2K17. Although this game wasn't as good as 2K16, it was still really good and fun to play. It was headed in the right direction. Things I didn't like about this game was that they made everybody slim and skinny for some reason, and the shooting consistency was just ass and made everyone shoot like they were shooting a fadeaway or something. But overall, outside of that, I thought it was a pretty good game. Like the My Career, the Orange Juice or Michael B. Jordan storyline, that was pretty good. I love that. They even chose the right cover athlete, which was Prime Paul George when he was in Indiana. 2K17 is honestly in my top 5. I would like to say that it's a top 3 2K of all time, but definitely not better than 16. Yeah, I'll give this 2K a 9 out of 10. You sum it all up, it's pretty much just a knockoff 2K16. Moving on to the next 2K, we got 2K18. This 2K was by far the worst 2K in the 10s era. It had terrible reviews, horrible gameplay. It was so bad I ended up not even playing it at all. One of the worst things about it was the My Park. It was so limited. It was too big and far. You had to run so far away just to go from building to building. 2K18, like I said, is the worst 2K of the 10s era, and it took a huge step down compared to the last two. Moving on forward, we have 2K19 with Giannis Antetokounmpo on the cover. Now, this 2K was a really good 2K. There wasn't really too much any problems that I can remember from it. I remember having this 2K for a minute. Yeah, it was a good one. The storyline was good. I really enjoyed the My Career. I liked the My Park. It wasn't too big, like 18. The gameplay was good. The shot meter was kind of small, but I got used to it. You know, it was pretty decent. That's probably the only negative thing I have to say about 2K19, the shot meter, but even the shot meter wasn't really that bad. 2K19 also had a good soundtrack. It had some classics on there too. 2K19 was definitely up there. I'll give it also a 9 out of 10. All right, moving on to the next 2K, we got 2K20. 2K20 was kind of similar to 19. This one was really popular. I saw some hate. I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty mid, but 2K20, yeah, liked by a lot of people. It had great gameplay. You know, storyline for My Career was all right. This was during COVID, so, you know, it was pretty packed. A lot of people were playing My Park and shit. 2K20 is when 2K started to change a little bit, but 2K20 was the last 2K that was like at least decent. I don't really got too much to say about 2K20, but I'll just give it a 8 out of 10. Now, moving on to 2K21. 2K21 was straight trash. It was just not realistic. The shot meter was good. The shooting was just flat out terrible. The CPUs also were way too overpowered in the paint for some odd reason. There were also many glitches in this game. This game is when 2K would start to lose most of its fans. A lot of fans leaving this as a bad review, being brutally honest, and a lot of people calling this game a casino.
Court. Of course, it repeats the sins of its predecessor as well. Off the court, NBA 2K21 remains a disjointed mess and riddled with noxious pay-to-win microtransactions.
2K21 overall was just a game of very low effort. They were just money grabbing at this point. Especially the My Career, they just wanted you to spend money. Outside of Kobe being on the cover of this game lacks in everything. 4 out of 10. Moving on, we got 2K22. This game wasn't too crazy, it wasn't too bad. I played this one for a while too. It definitely wasn't as bad as 21. It was much better. Great My Career, decent gameplay. Overall, this 2K was okay. It could have been better, but didn't reach its full potential. It's just like 20, it was okay. This 2K is a 7 out of 10. Moving on, we got 2K23. As the 20s 2K era would go on, each game would either just be mediocre or worse each time. 23 was dog water. I'm gonna just leave the reviews right here. This 2K was just another money grab. Although this 2K was trash, there were some good things about it. They brought back the throwback teams. They had the Michael Jordan mode, which was really cool. They had all the retro throwback stuff. And the graphics really kicked it up too. They were really smooth at night. But the gameplay just sucked. Overall, I'm gonna give this game a 6 out of 10. Moving on, we got 2K24 with Kobe Bryant on the actual cover. This 2K was also trash. Just another money grab. Just another 2K that just was lazy, no progress, no growth, just one more money grab. This is when the fans really got tired. This game was lacking mechanics and gameplay. Although there were some things bad about this game, it still had its moments and was better than 2K23. The Mamba moments was good, and they had a good way to represent Kobe. Other than that, everything else is just a straight money grab. This 2K is a 4 out of 10. Moving on to the next 2K, we got the last one, 2K25. This 2K put the nail in the coffin for everybody. This 2K would receive backlash from everybody. This game just has straight flaws. There's not a single good thing about it.
Different type of this, you had different type of that. Y'all patched all that. Like y'all, I don't know what happened, but y'all gotta understand. There's no more wagers. There's nothing going on. It's no excitement. 2K feel like it's not even connect. Bro, NBA 2K25 has no connection with the real NBA. Have y'all noticed that? Do y'all remember back then when you used to watch an NBA game, you instantly used to want to hop on the game and kind of mimic what you see them doing? You can't do that on this. That connection is gone. 2K has lost that passion, that connection with the youth, that connection with the kids. Yeah, and it's crazy. You had Aiden, IShowSpeed, or Kai. You had Amp. You had everybody playing it. Me, Pretty Boy Fredo. You had so many Flight. You had, bro, y'all losing billions.
2K25 really gave up on everything. My career was non-existent. Gameplay just looked like they put in absolutely less effort than the other 2Ks. And even the soundtrack, due to copyright reasons, I'm not going to play this song, but I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of this one. If you didn't, go listen. I mean, they just started playing anything on 2K now. 2K25 was just straight garbage. Like, it's a shame to what 2K has become. It's now a gutter franchise. Everyone just used to be on that game. Now it's just, like I said earlier in the video, forgotten. And that's it for today. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know what game or just anything I should make a video like this about next. Like, comment, and subscribe.